What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the It's the Alignment for Me podcast. I'm Briana.
Oh, I'm Jenny.
I'm Lolita.
Alright. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. Okay.
What is the alignment, Lola?
Yeah. So the ones that are the most prevalent and you're probably feeling it a lot is the solar eclipse that just passed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Great Conjunction that was on the 21st. All right. So that is coming up for us. But when you see this, it will have already passed. So we're kind of on the forefront right before it's about to happen. So that's the energy we're feeling right now.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be bringing in the new year pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you
It's a good
guys
time.
feeling?
Well, I know, like, for me, when the eclipse was going on, so 14th, 15th, I was just feeling, like, super duper emotional. And for me, that's, like, out of the ordinary. But I just, like, so the both days, like, straight up just cried for no reason. And that's, like, completely weird. But I just let myself feel it and then moved along. And then I think it was good to just let it be, because now, it's been 3 more days have passed since that, and I just feel like revived. It's just something that just needed to happen. Get it out of your system, flush it all out, and so that you can get this new energy. And so I feel like I'm building up this new energy, building myself up, and so it's feeling great. So I started kind of like really emotional, but now it's like everything good that's coming from it, I think. For me. What about you guys?
I've been feeling tired, definitely. I feel like there's always a period. It might be like the moon cycles or something, but always a period when I'm really tired. And it makes it worse because I'm an empath. So I'm already tired, and then all the energy that I'm getting makes me more tired. So I have to recharge, but sometimes I don't have the option to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't because I have to do things,
Mm-hmm.
So I've been just tired. I haven't really been sleeping too well. I've been having a lot of deja vu, actually. Weird. Yeah.
Do you is it in certain moments or just randomly or what?
It's mostly when I'm with Luis.
Ooh.
If I know him already or something,
Bro.
I mean, this is like a new person entering, and for you to already have a weird. That's trippy.
Well, just because you said that, I'm going to just say this because I've had that experience before.
Yeah.
Where you have crazy deja vu, and not just deja vu, but the universe constantly being like, you see? Or something like that,
Yeah.
Because when I first got with Owen,
Uh-huh.
man, it's like every turner we corner.
I haven't done anything. It's wild. I brought it.
You sure did. You brought the energies, and I'm red like a tomato right now. Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh God. Okay. That was kind of necessary.
True.
Every corner we turned, somebody would be like to Owen, they'd be like, yo, you better wife that, or say something like that, right? And then I had this phase. It's not a phase, I still like this a lot, but Immortal Technique was one of my favorites at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a rapper, and coincidentally Owen was going to interview him because he was coming to do a show.
That's tight.
And so he's like, hey, I see that you like him a lot. you know, I'm going to interview him. Do you have any suggestions what I should ask? And then Immortal Techniques ends up giving him tickets to the concert. Owen takes me. When we're walking out the door, Immortal Techniques says, invite me to the wedding.
You told me about
okay,
that,
so like,
I really knew that.
tiny little things, right?
Yeah.
But the universe was like, bam, 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 deja vu, bam, this person's gonna tell you some shit. Like, all the time. So I'm just putting that out there. And not to get you too excited or too scared, but like, just saying.
Yeah. That's crazy. Do you think he felt that too?
He did. No,
he
yeah,
always-
yeah.
He told me too, like, he was like, I felt like when I first saw you, like, I had to talk to you. Like, I don't, like, he was like, it wasn't even like, I had, like, a certain intention. I just knew, like, I had to, like, talk to you and, like,
Sorry.
get to know you, like, just, you know, like, it was meant to happen or something like
Right.
that. And I was like,
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
like it.
and if you feel it, it is mutual. If he's expressed it, then it's mutual. You know,
Yeah.
like it's.
I like those connections. They're unique, you know.
I hope I'm not putting too
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know, if it
Louis
needs to
Vuitton.
happen, then it needs to, you know, regardless of what the connection is, you know, it's a connection that needed to be
Needs-
made,
yeah.
maybe, you know, and cross your path. So that's cool. Nice. I know. I feel like I'm going like 100 miles an hour today. I don't know. I just like last week, I was you. I just felt drained. I mean. Just like even like rewatching last week's episode, I was like so monotone and just like, you know. But today I just like finally, so I did take the time to like take care of myself, and I do it like I do everything else where like when I do my homework, I will sit down and I will write a 10-page paper and not get up until it's finished.
Yeah.
And same with like my self-care, which I'm not saying is good, but it's good for me. So I will just take like the whole day and everything that I've been putting aside, like I haven't done this, I haven't done this, I haven't, you know, I will do everything. And it sounds exhausting, but really it just makes me feel great, you know. So this is how I'm feeling today.
Yeah.
I did all of these things. It was great.
That's good.
That is good. Yeah, and Briana was saying as soon as Jenny walked in the door, it's like she brought this like surge of energy with her, because me and Briana were just kind of chilling, laid back, talking, you know, just kind of chill, saying how we were tired. And Jenny comes in, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, that fire, you know, like that fire's in here, we better get up, like. And I mean, even right now, I'm just stumbling over my words. Like it's like I have too much going on to where it's like, like coming out my mouth like that, you know. It's crazy.
Oh, that's funny. I think that's been like the hard part about this year, that you're not able to surround yourself with these other people, and sometimes that can really make a difference. Like I know I sometimes absorb a lot of my energy that it's like I can't produce on my own yet, but that I get from other people, and so it's been hard. Yeah.
Or like when you have an energy that you don't want to take on. That's tough.
Yeah, you can't give it to someone else.
I mean, we were even saying, because, you know, I guess some of us are like super extroverted and we re-energize by being around other people, and some of us re-energize by being like alone and having some alone time. And I think I'm kind of half and half, you know, but I do feel like when I'm alone, I do like feel more like I'm energizing myself, right? And so we were saying that with this pandemic, it's been easier a little bit in regards to finding the time for yourself to like actually recharge, and because you're not constantly going out every weekend, you're not like constantly like, you know, gathering with people either. So it's been kind of like an overdose in a way of alone time. And even though it's like I like it, I'm starting to feel like I need people, like I need someone to talk to right now. But
it's really been that time to like listen to your thoughts. It's like you're just have had that much more time to be with yourself, and even if before you wouldn't have wanted to, and you're just keeping busy, and those thoughts are kind of pushed to the side. Now it's the time, like, they're here, they're not going anywhere, so deal with them. So, good times. I think it just has to happen the way it's happening, so. Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I lost it. I'll come back to me.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, well, I just feel like it's kind of different for everybody right now, right? Like, even just with us, we've got kind of different experiences. I think, like, the extroverts and the introverts are handling this differently. I think, like, just depending on who you are, like, as your personality, like, you're more fiery. I know you're, like, the life of the party a lot of the time. Jenny is. And so she's probably handling it differently than me, and maybe perhaps Briana even would,
Yeah.
So I feel like depending on where you are, you're going to feel this differently. And I mean, I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
Right now, even though I'm tired a little bit, I'm still very excited.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm kind of like, what should I be feeling? Because of the whole 21st date. I'm like, should I be feeling like I'm elevating or something?
You know what? I think a lot of people have that question right now. Like, because it's being way hyped up.
Yeah.
Like, kind of overly hyped up right now.
Yeah.
People are like, why don't I feel like I'm floating or something?
That is so true.
So we can't over stigmatize this either. It is what it is. It's bringing in new energy. But we shouldn't overburden ourselves to be like, am I supposed to be feeling this, or am I supposed to be feeling that? Just process it the way it comes to you, and don't worry about any of that, because that is your overthinking. That's your overthinking, being like, Pisces in you.
I'm like, Virgo.
Your Virgo mind, moon.
Yeah, don't set like these expectations. Just like keep taking care of yourself.
True.
And like me, when I was like out working and I just like had these weird emotions, I just like felt them, and if they come, just let them come, and keep doing you. Just take care of you, and the rest will fall into place. I think
true. That's always the right way to go.
You're right. Tea time.
You know what I feel like with us three? I feel like the Three of Cups tarot card. Because it's like the three ladies with their cups up in the air like this, and they're like dancing. I always feel like I'm like in this like sisterhood where you could just talk about how you feel, and you're just hanging out, and you're drinking, and you're chilling, expressing your emotions. That's what I feel like. It's really cool.
It's so nice.
Just saying whatever you want.
Yeah.
You were telling me about a dream you had last night, which reminded me of that also.
True. I had a dream that me, Amy, and Izzy, which are my two friends, and this other girl from high school, we were all in like taking a shower together and just talking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
I like
whoa.
it. That's tight. It's like water, female energy, a lot of it, and just expressing yourself.
Talking.
What'd you think about it?
At first I was kind of just like, whoa, that's, what the heck? Like, I'm always like that with my dreams, so. But then I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm going to see them soon, because I am going to see them. Like, we make plans to hang out.
Nice.
And maybe, like, it's just the energy leading up to us meeting or something.
Maybe that's what you want. Like, you want to be really open because you guys were in the shower, and it's like you guys you want to be really open and have, like, these conversations.
Yeah. Or, like, I miss it, or like I need it, or something like that,
It might be something that you need. It's good for you, Maybe this is what you need to recharge.
Yeah. That's funny because it just reminded me so much of like, I feel like this energy is just so like vibrant right now. The whole like feminine sharing emotions and stuff like that. Because even when I was hanging out with my friend Fatima, and I think you might have been there, but I'm not sure who was all there. She was describing when she went to Morocco, that there were these bathhouses in Morocco, and that women would go to the bathhouse and they would do each other's hair and they would talk and they'd massage each other, and it was kind of like a bonding moment, and it was just like this bathhouse that women can go to. And I was like, wow, that is so beautiful. Like that energy of just being able to really be open with people, like literally naked in front of people, you know what I mean? Like physically and mentally and spiritually. Like that just sounds so nice. And I feel like a lot of that is happening in your dream. I just remember that like sisterhood tarot card numbered like the 3 of cups. Like it's interesting.
It is interesting.
You know?
I wonder where it's gonna go, like that energy, like how it's gonna show. It's gonna be good. I can feel it, but just wonder.
Maybe it's the whole thing where, like, you know how we were talking about, like, we're going more into that feminine energy.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, manifesting itself in many ways,
True.
you know. So, like, we're just kind of visualizing it, feeling it, literally doing it right now. And you're literally going to do it with your friends later. And my friend was talking about how it was happening in Morocco. And I'm just like, yeah, it's like bringing in that energy. So you're as above, so below. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it, you know.
Yeah. True. Feels good.
That's my freaking camera phone thing.
I watched Interstellar yesterday.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah. It was so trippy to me because I was like, I knew, like, you know how, like, spoiler alert, but when the books are coming out, I'm like, I know it's like something with time. Like, at first I thought it was the mom, but then I was like, no, like, I don't know. And then when I saw that it was him, I was like, yes, because everything's happening at the same time. Like, there's no time. No, I don't know. It was just, I was because you called it. Yeah. But it's a good movie. I liked it.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember the books being pulled out and stuff. But
Yeah.
Nice.
And they chose a woman to recognize. It's like, I'm just
Yeah, man. Well.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, man.
Like with all the, I don't know, this new energy coming around and before like the end of the year, what are like some of the things that you guys, some of the seeds you guys are planting that you want, you know, to, I guess, work on?
Yeah. For me, it's definitely listening to myself and trusting myself and setting boundaries with myself, because that's something that I always have struggled with. So now, like, that I know where those boundaries are, I can set them and like stick to them. And also, like, I've been manifesting like getting my own place for a while, so I hope that's something that will happen in 2021, or like whenever it happens, but I want it to happen. And the podcast, it's like, it's crazy because I wanted to do it so bad, but I didn't know when was the right time. And then like just knowing us and knowing our conversations and like knowing what we know, and sharing that with other people, I just like, that's the thing that I mostly wanted, like, for us to like share the way we are, share what we know with the world. Yeah, and then just like my music stuff, like, I don't know, I've always never really expected too much from the music stuff, but I know that it's something that I'm meant to do, so I just like go at it that way.
Yeah, that's really cool. And just for you guys to know, it was definitely Briana's idea that made this podcast like happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're already manifesting.
That's true. It's exciting.
Now that we're doing it, sometimes, we're like having these conversations randomly, other times when we get together and I'm like, we should be recording right now. So I definitely like want to engage more with the audience, like definitely bring you guys in and to the conversation and stuff. So let us know what you guys think and all of that.
And I feel like as we grow, that will only grow too, like
Mhm.
our interaction with the audience.
True. Hopefully, like at one point, we can go live with an actual, like, audience that has questions or wants to know some stories, like from our own lives. Because honestly, like, we don't know everything. We can just share the tools that we use to get to know ourselves. There are people who are super professional about numerology, professional about astrology, like who have studied it for years and years and years, who can give you a lot of insight. And we just hope that in talking about our experience and planting the seeds, that whenever you're going to need like guidance or help, that where you can start, or based off our experience, it can help somebody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But what about you, Jenny? What seeds are you planting?
I think like just, I was thinking about this the other day, but really like everything comes at the right time when it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about like when I was young and like things that happen, and I'm like, that stuff, like, you can't even be mad. That stuff just really had to happen for you to be here now. And so I'm trying to not like make a bunch of expectations, but I think what I would really like, I'm reading this book called Untamed, and I definitely recommend it, and it's really empowering, especially if you're a woman. And there was this part that she said, like she was reevaluating her life and stuff, and she was like, I just want a life where I don't have to explain it, to people who might not understand it. Is different from what they do. And I really felt that, and I was like, that's what I want to get to like a point where I'm living my life the way that I want, and I don't have to explain it to someone.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because there's so many, like, we put so many buts, because of what's like expected, I guess. And so I think it's it's unhealthy sometimes, because you keep yourself from doing these things that you might really love, or that might be better for your life course, but because it's not the norm, we really hold back. And I think if we were more like free with the choices, because they're not being judged or whatever, I don't know, it would be like a whole different life dynamic for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. That just reminded me of like I hate small talk. Like, I hate when you meet someone and you're like, what do you do? Because it's kind of like, who cares, Like, I don't know. It's like, of course, to a certain point, it's like, I guess, who you are? Okay, let me not word it that way, but
Like the little building blocks to get to know
exactly.
you better.
So, like, I remember, like, when people would ask me, like, what do you do? I'd be like, oh, I work at a car dealership, but but it's not where I want to be. But, like, it's also kind of like, why do I have to explain that's not where I want to be? Like,
yeah.
But it's just a feeling of, like, that person not thinking that I have potential to do what I want. But it's really just me judging myself. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this.
Yeah.
So that's what that kind of reminded me.
Yeah, a lot of the times it's like on the inside. Like, that's what she was talking about in her experiences, how a lot of the times it comes from within. It's you doing that. And if you stop doing that, then people will just accept it. Like, And if they really don't, then they're maybe not supposed to, you know, be in your life like that.
True.
What about you, Lo?
That's just beautiful. It's like I'm loving it because it's kind of exactly how I feel. I'm just like, I want to be myself unapologetically.
Yes.
I want to do the things that I want to do without making excuses for myself or trying to please people and make them feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Definitely, I think it's a time to embrace who you are and be who you are unapologetically, and know and trust and have faith that that's going to get you where you need to be. You know, we're here and we can try to fit a mold, but trying to fit a mold is just not working for us.
Yeah.
And you can tell because there's so many people who are depressed, who are unhappy and unfulfilled in their lives, you know, working for companies they don't even believe in or care for. And I think right now there's a major shift in the way we it's for our own good and our better like health and mental state and all of that, for us to be ourselves and not try to fit the mold in the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we need to be happy, and in order to bring your unique skills and tools to the world and bring what you're supposed to bring, you can't try to fit a mold. You have to be yourself. And it's scary, but shit, it sucks not to be yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm on the same page about that. And I definitely want to have like, you know, like stability in regards to like certain places in my life. Like I want to like buy land and maybe even just like, you know, start cultivating and knowing how things work naturally, growing my own food, doing all that stuff, just because I don't want to rely on a system that has failed me over and over again. You know, I want to know, you know, that I am the person who builds my reality, and I don't have to conform to anything if I don't want to.
Yeah. And I feel like we all feel like that. Like we're all like we know we can build that and build our own reality.
Yeah.
You know? And that's important because, like, you can say you want things, but if you don't really believe it, like, you just gotta do it all the way. Just go in hard. That's when things start to happen.
Yeah. And even, like, I'm not trying to villainize the system or whatever, although we know there are so many flaws, you know what I mean? It's acting like a villain, so, I mean, we have eyes. So, I'm just like, what I'm trying to do is I'm like, I can thrive anywhere, you know? I can be myself anywhere, any situation. It doesn't matter if I have a famous person in front of me. It doesn't matter if I have anybody in front of me, whoever you are, status, no status, whatever you want to define these things as. I am me, and nobody can shake my foundation because I am the one who has built it with my own hands, and I know how these things work. And it's just like taking the power back for yourself,
right,
and knowing that you're capable of doing anything that you want to do, and that it's going to be good for the world, so long as you're not harming people.
Yeah.
Helping you is helping everybody else. Trust.
That's true. Yes. Well, let us know how you guys have been feeling through all of this. What you're doing, little seeds that you're planting. And I guess next time we see you guys will be right before the new year.
Yeah. Dang. It's already
That'll
gonna
be
be
cool.
Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys.
And Happy New Year, second city.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well,
that's it for this episode. Yeah, let us know how you're feeling, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Love y'all. Bye.